Hello and welcome to the third and final part of this three-part playlist where I want to give you guys an introduction to KeeperHub and how to get up and running with it. If you've missed the first two videos, they were very high level, just giving you an introduction into what KeeperHub is, and also the second video kind of highlighted how to get up and running with the platform. The third video is probably the most important video of them all, and that is how to actually create workflows and providing you with some potential use cases and giving you hopefully the necessary tools and information to get up and running and getting started to test it. So I want to jump straight into it here, and I'm going to click on add a step. The trigger type that comes up is a manual trigger. I'll revert back to that in just a moment. But we've already created the first workflow now. You can see it's named Untitled 6. So for this, the use case that I had in mind, just to keep it very simple, is I want to create a balance watcher. So I'm going to call it Wallet Watcher, actually. I was thinking of just having a keeper that monitors a wallet address, and I want it to notify me via email whenever it drops below a certain threshold. Cool. And the trigger here, as mentioned, that is manual by default, but you can change it. You can have it run as a schedule. So you can change the cron expressions. Most of the triggers that we run for our clients are cron-based triggers, or cron-based keepers, if you will. You could have them run every day, every minute, every hour, or if it's maybe even a salary distributor where you want to distribute tokens, you could have it run at the end of each month or at the end of each week. We also have a webhook, so you could have an external trigger triggering your keeper to execute, or an event-based trigger that could also trigger your keeper. We're going to keep it simple today, so I'll stick to manual, and I want to connect now my trigger to an action. You can simply just scroll through the actions here, but I do like to search for the categories. It makes it a little bit easier. So if I type in Web3, we've categorized the actions available for Web3. You could also type in the exact action that you had in mind, and I want to check a balance. Oh, check balance. Here it is. All right. So the connection, that is the wallet that is tied to the organization, as mentioned in the previous video. That wallet address from Para is the one that you will fund in order to pay for gas fees for these keepers to execute. I will, for the sake of the demo, choose a testnet here. So I'll choose a poly test network. And I will put in an address, and you can label it. And I wanted to check Luca's wallet. Great. So now we have the action. We wanted to check a wallet, but what's the condition of that action? And that's the next thing I want to change. So you can type in condition, and you have the condition action here. The condition that I was thinking of is, let's just say, well, first you need to do the @ sign, that you can see the different conditions available. Check Luca's wallet balance. Here you could also just type in the keywords to make it a little bit easier. And if my balance is below 0.5, I want to be notified. Or it will return as successful if it is below 0.5. Great. I can even, on the label here, write less than 0.5. The next thing I want to do is I want to send a notification, and we have Slack, we have Discord, email, and also even if you want to use, a webhook, you could send it to an external endpoint. But I'm going to choose email here, and I want to send an email. I want to send it to my email. I want to say balance is less than 0.5, check wallet look into topping it up. Okay. So that's the first workflow, as easy as is. So I did forget to mention that at any time you can also see the code that's been written in actually creating in this very UX friendly and UI. This is available to be copied at any time as well. I'm going to press run. And as mentioned, it is a manual trigger. So we need to press run to run the workflow. And you'll see in real time, well, within a matter of seconds, really. Or we have it here with by 355 milliseconds. The email has been sent. I can see my Garmin watch has just vibrated, and I've been notified that the balance is less than 0.5. Check wallet, etc., etc. You can look at the logs here and see what happens. So if there is any errors in the keeper, you can very quickly uncover the reason for it. If a keeper doesn't run, you will also have it show up. So let's say if I actually go back to making changes to the properties here, let's say I actually, I don't have an address here. And I try run it. Well, first of all, you can see it will tell you there's a workflow issue and you can fix it. And it tells you exactly what it is, but you can also run it. And if you do run it, you'll see where the error is. And the error is invalid Ethereum address. So you won't be, you won't create a keeper with, that isn't successfully working. Like you will be notified and find out exactly why or where the error is. So that's us creating a keeper. We do also have another piece of, another way you could actually create a keeper, if you will. And there's actually 3 ways. You could go over to the hub and you can use templates available here and then fill them out afterwards. But you can also use the LLM model that we've integrated into our platform, where you can actually describe the keeper that you had in mind or have in mind and have AI, draw up the draft of it for you then to populate further afterwards. So let's try do this. And I'm going to say, create a workflow that monitors this wallet. Let me see if I still have it copied. I do. And notify me via email, luca@techops.services when it drops below 0.5. I think that's it. Let me just test it. Okay. That looks pretty good. So we have a small error here, and I didn't specify network. So let's choose a poly test. Otherwise, you can see email. Yeah, looks very good. The condition, check balance value. Yeah, very good. And the action here as well. Yeah, it's in. So the prompt generator here is extremely useful just to kind of get up and running. You don't know whether to use a condition or whether to use an action or whatever else it may be. Start throwing your free text in here, and see what it populates, because it's sometimes easier to kind of get a template and then make adjustments to it afterwards to make sure that it is running perfectly. So that's definitely one way that you can also use it, beyond, of course, also using the hub and the community provided templates, which we're also going to be working actively on putting in more use cases that are relevant. The use case today that I went through is very high level. It is very simple. There's a lot more use cases that we'll be uncovering in other playlists and other videos, which will be a lot more complex. But for us also to really make sure that we're, razor focused on use cases that provide value, we'd love to hear back from you guys. So share your feedback with us. If you have use cases in mind that you'd like us to create, we're at the stage where we're, listening to every piece of feedback that comes in. So throw it our way. I'm happy to take you guys through it, or even pull together a short video of that use case that you had in mind. So thank you very much for listening to these last 3 videos, and I hope they were useful. And feel free to interact with us or communicate with us in Discord, X, on YouTube here, or wherever else you may be seeing this. Thank you very much.